Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Honoring the United States, that was Skylar Cole with the singing of tonight's national anthem. The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Let's see some of the numbers here for Kobe White.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
And we have a minute to catch up with our reporter. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks, B.A. Well, it's impressive the way the Chicago Bulls have gelled on the court and their chemistry is so strong. Zach LaVine said, we have a bunch of dogs on the team, guys that will step up for each other. Nikola Vucevic said it's a strong-minded group of fighters. Brian?
Well, you need that in the East, Allie. A lot of hard-nosed teams. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum. They're the forwards. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the Bulls, Lonzo Ball is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at power forward. Here's Pritchard. Tatum from long range. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Tatum doesn't need a whole lot of space. You give him any look from 3 and you're in trouble.
Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Brown can't hit. Chicago with the ball. Pass to LaVine. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
Boy, LaVine's range, his consistency from 3 are so problematic.
Out left to the wing. Here's Brown. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Count that bucket.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass to DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
And in Chicago, there are still feelings about what could have been last year. That team was rolling with Lonzo Ball at the point. But once they lost him, things definitely changed.
Yeah, Ball hurt his left knee. Initially, they thought they might get him back before the playoffs, Grant.
Yeah, and unfortunately, B.A., that was not the case. And when he's not out there, the ball movement isn't the same. You also lose that size in the backcourt. And, of course, he was shooting 42% from 3.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Vucevic. Ball, a screen on Porzingis. DeRozan passes to Vucevic. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Tatum. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Holiday, here we go. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
DeRozan outside. Connects. The jumper drops. DeRozan's got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple. Tatum's got his second basket on the night.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And it's good. 2 points.
Only in quarter number 1. He's put in 4 out of 5. Great start.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Brown against Levine. Tatum from long range. Rebound by the Bulls. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
Oh my, it was a great game. It went down to the wire. Both teams gave all they had, but only one could come away satisfied.
You know, that one's a tough one to take. You force the extra session, and then you have the heartbreak of not being able to get it done in the extra session. Brutal.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 6. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. From downtown. Kept alive by Boston. It's Brown on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. DeRozan against Brown. From the high post. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Tatum. Oh, hey! How about that?
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Levine, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Pass to DeRozan. Caruso outside. Here's the 3. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Porzingis. Ball with the rebound. For Chicago, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Back on draft night 2017, the Bulls trading away their star, Jimmy Butler.
And what a haul they got from Minnesota. Zach LaVine, the headliner, and he's turned out to be a franchise player. It's tough to win one of those type of deals, but Chicago got a stud.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Some teams find it easier to hit the ground running when the season starts. Others, not so much. Doris, how come it takes so long for some squads to get in the so-called mid-season form?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's about the personnel. Is somebody coming off an injury? How many new additions do you have? Is the coaching staff new? Different teams have different attitudes when it comes to the early part of the schedule. But for several, this is sort of an extended preseason, working things out. There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Horford, he's checked in for Boston.
Checking in for the Celtics, Al Horford.
Brown against Levine. Outside, Williams. 6 to shoot. Caruso, left side. Releases. Drummond passes to Caruso. Williams from long range. Hauled in by Brown.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Tatum. And stolen by Williams. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Craig is checked in for Chicago. The Sumu comes in for Caruso. Here's the Sumu, averaging around 5 points a game. White, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Horford. The shot that time not on target. And Chicago will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Here's the Sumu. Nunn defends. Five to shoot. Craig with a screen on Nunn. Here's DeSumo. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Boston trailing. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Launches it. And he buries his first look.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
White finds Williams. Back to White. Craig on the wing. Takes a three. Not going to go that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Pass to Horford. Over to the wing. The three ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jason Tatum.
Oh, it's been so much fun to watch him on the offensive end recently. He's really his team's engine on that end of the floor, sparking plays and helping them find open shots and big points.
Pass to Hauser.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Pritchard gets it to go.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Craig. Williams passes to White. This one for three. Boston with a rebound. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Brown, he's checked in for Pritchard.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. Celtics substitution, Jaylen Brown.
The three from Craig. Hauser grabs the board.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Tries it from the block. And the play by Brown as he finishes it off for two. Now it's a 6-point Boston lead. White finds Williams. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Outside Nunn. Back to Brown. There's the triple. And Craig pulls it down. Chicago's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. And the basket by DeSumo. And now it's just a 2-point Celtic lead.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Pass to Brown. The three is up. Drills it from deep. Brown's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Now, Jaylen Brown is now so legit from deep. Boy, you better make sure you're contesting that three ball. That's how good he is.
Craig with a screen. Now here's Drummond. White with it. Nunn defends. Williams misses. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front, leading by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Drew Holiday out there with Kendrick Nunn, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. Now here's Caruso. Shot by Levine, no good. Well, Grant, one thing Levine has done since entering the league, he's taken his strength training very seriously.
No question. I mean, he can play a much more physical brand of ball now. We even see him post up with his back to the basket, converting through contact. It's just part of his overall evolution.
Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
Now here's Brown. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 10.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Ball finds DeRozan. Over Tatum. That shot off the mark. And the Celtics going the other way now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, the Bulls are a force once again. Zach LaVine said, quote, "It's a new team, a new mindset, and I'm always confident. You step on the line, throw the ball up, and I don't think anybody's better than us. Guys, they're ready."
And they've got the talent to back it up, Allie. Thanks. And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. LaVine against Brown. Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. No good, off the front rim. The Celtics with the lead. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Jacks up a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ball outside, and here's Caruso. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Brown for 3. Can't hit that one. And it's Chicago the other way.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kendrick Nunn. That's his first foul. Chicago calls timeout.
It's time for T-shirts. Welcome to the court, your Chicago Buffalo.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Nunn. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Caruso. Outside Levine. Fires for 3. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Tatum. From deep. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's Here's DeRozan. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
And the shot goes in.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
To the paint. Vucevic with a steal. Holiday against DeRozan. Ball passes to Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. Outside Tatum. They need this. And it's good on the lay-in. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Outside Levine. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Pritchard, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Outside Holiday. Knocked away. To the inside. DeRozan with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. DeRozan passes to Caruso. There's Ball with a 3. On target from range. Ball's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Up going with a new group. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Jason Tatum. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Now here's Holiday. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Pritchard gets it to go.
Pritchard for 3.
Chicago leading. Williams on the wing. Back to White. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
White against Holiday. Drummond, the screen on Holiday. White for 3. The shot won't fall. And Boston going the other way now. Left side Holiday. Here's the teardrop. Second chance shot. And the shot's good.
Well, this is an aspect where Porzingis has been criticized, not rebounding with authority, but boy, he does so there.
Pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Williams fires the three. Hauser grabs the board. For Boston, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Craig against Horford. Out to the right wing. Here's Pritchard. Off target from outside. Chicago has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Williams passes to White. Dosunmu on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
A minute 58 left to play in the first half. Oh, rejected by Drummond.
Well, there are certain guys you probably don't want to challenge. Andre Drummond sends it back.
Williams a screen on Holiday. Here's White. Horford pulls it in. Boston trailing. Inside. 1:27 left in the first half. Good on the shot. White's got 6.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And here's Holiday. To the wing, right side. Back to Horford. Out to Craig. For 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. From deep three-point range. Pritchard, no good. How about the unselfishness of his team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Here's Dosunmu.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Holiday. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. The Bulls with another miss. Boston shooting 40% in the second quarter so far. Here's Hauser. Williams defending. Pritchard. No good from outside.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Carter inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Bulls lead by 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside, Brown. Nails it from 3. He's got 10.
Well, Jaylen Brown has proven himself a legit three-point threat. Now you've got to step out even farther. That's a big-time deep ball.
Zach LaVine, he's been the guy making things happen for Chicago. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome, everybody. This game has been all about Zach LaVine's impressive play.
Defensively, man, no one knows what to do with this guy. Do you double him? Do you triple team him? How far do you go? Like, Shaq used to have that problem, Ernie.
Yeah, they used to quadruple team him, didn't they? Didn't they, big fella?
That's right.
Yeah. And let's focus now on the 2 opposing guys who were battling in the first half. There were sparks out there.
Not surprising to see 2 competitive guys who bring it every time they're on the floor. It's been a spicy duel to watch.
Yeah, and we know you like it spicy.
No, I don't. Give me some milk.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Chicago has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Nikola Vucevic is out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Levine in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Well, there's a certain strength that Vucevic possesses, so he can play through the contact and still score. That's nice.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Making an impact. I love the aggression. Playing on that front foot and looking to expand their lead.
To the wing on the left. The 3 from Ball. That shot, no good. And Boston going the other way now. Tatum with it. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
What has to excite you about Jason Tatum is how consistently he puts work in to perfecting his craft. His idol is Kobe Bryant. He is a guy that wants to continue and will work to get better.
And Ball gets it to go.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
It's Brown on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Brown's got 16 points now. Doris Tatum has already accomplished so much early on in his career.
Yeah, but you get the sense this guy is nowhere near finished. Jason Tatum is a guy who wants to be seen as an all-time great when his career is said and done. He is someone you can count on to give you everything he's got.
Almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Boston has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. From behind the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, this is the point where you say, uh-oh, DeMar DeRozan is going to start to get rolling. This guy can impose his will.
It's Brown on the wing. Back to Tatum from outside the arc. Doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
Nikola Vucevic at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
We know this about Nikola Vucevic. He's a high percentage finisher. To me, the next steps, right? Improve your defense, be more consistent with range. And if he does that, he's golden.
And so Vucevic nails both of them. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And here's Brown for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Brown's got 19 points.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Vucevic against Porzingis. Vucevic gets the bucket.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Tatum way outside. Caruso grabs the board. Caruso's got 4 rebounds in the game. Left side Levine. Lets the three fly. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Pritchard. 14 points for him. It's Brown on the wing. Misses the 3. Chicago's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Holiday against Ball. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over. Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
And that one drops for him. Caruso's got 8. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 here in this 3rd quarter. On the wing, Tatum launches a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. It's stolen away. Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. 8 makes out of 15 shots. He's got it going.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
DeRozan outside. The 11-footer. Again, the Bulls score.
Well, DeMar DeRozan excels at finding space to score from the mid-range, whether it's coming off a screen or if he has to, breaking down a defender, he'll get to that spot.
A nice shot by Brown.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Vucevic, a screen on none. Levine way outside. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. It's Brown on the wing. Shoots over Levine. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Bulls have gone 7 of 10 here in the 2nd half. Tatum with a steal. Brown with it. He's picked up by Levine. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
Here in the 2nd half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Outside Tatum. There's the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Andre Drummond is checked in for Vucevic. Craig comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Williams is checked in for Levine. And it's White in for Caruso. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Horford comes in for Pritchard. Here's Tatum. 15 points in the game. Pass to none. And here's Brown for 3. Sinks the tray. Brown's got 27 points.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Now White. Drummond with the screen. White, the pass to Drummond. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And Chicago has possession. They've led by as many as 11. 5 on the clock. And there's the rejection. That one goes in.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Tatum. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by White.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
And the basket by Dosunmu.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. He can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Boy, when you think about Jaylen Brown, you have to be impressed by the progress he has made offensively. He's become one of those guys that you know wants to take it to the next level. Andre Drummond showing you, I am a vertical threat at the cup. Look out.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls. Carter, he's checked in for Craig. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And how about Jaylen Brown doors? Becoming an offensive monster.
This guy has become a consistent three-point shooting threat. He can knock down shots from the field. He can go off the bounce. He'll contribute on the backboards. And we know they challenged him to become a better playmaker, and he has. He has become the full package.
Now here's Tatum. 15 points in the game. Pass to Horford. 1:07 left in the third quarter. And here's Brown for 3. Hits the trifecta. Brown's got 30 points.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Now Williams. Horford covering. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Carter against none. From 8 feet, 4 on the clock. Some room here for Williams. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Horford outside. Back to Brown. 4-3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line for Chicago, Kobe White. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. White hits them both. Here's Holiday. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Horford passes to Brown. Shoots over to Sumu. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists tonight. Carter from outside. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Chicago. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Drew Holiday, Al Horford out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the two-guard spot.
When Jaylen Brown is feeling it, I think you've got to feed him because you want his confidence to grow as that skilled scorer you hope he will be.
Now here's DeRozan. Picked by Vucevic. Fires from the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. DeRozan's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, once a non-existent part of his game, right? Vucevic now is a threat from 3. You have to honor that shot.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Brown for 3. Connects from downtown. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
Levine passes to DeRozan. Vucevic, a screen on Horford. DeRozan, and again, it's Chicago.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Levine. The shot no good. And Boston going the other way now. Now Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Oh, no. He may have gotten injured right there. Man, he's in a lot of pain.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Outside Levine. DeRozan passes to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Tonight you see why Vucevic was an all-star, gifted scorer, can carry an offense. This guy's got the whole package offensively.
Now here's Brown. Off the mark there with a 3.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Ball outside. And he's going for the lob. And Levine throws it down.
We're just going to call him Mr. Zach Levine. Another highlight reel finish.
Outside, Brown. White with the steal. He's all alone. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
Here's Pritchard. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Ball outside. Back to DeRozan. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. Again, the Bulls score.
The consistency for Zach Levine is a guy who's going to be productive night after night after night.
And Boston calls time here.
3, 1, 2.
making a switch here. Caruso is checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for Boston had some instruction for his guys during the break. He was not pleased with the team's focus, saying, quote, "We're being flat out reckless. We have to settle down and tighten things up. No more turnovers." Guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. The Celtics have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Holiday passes to Brown. From deep. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
3.
Holiday's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is the definition of a clutch player. He's 6 for 7 in the quarter as they try to pull this game out.
A chance to get a quick injury report. And let's check in with Allie LaForce. She has an update on Kristaps Porzingis. What do you have, Allie?
I had a moment to catch up with Boston's head athletic trainer. He shared with me that it's a sprain to the elbow. They've got plenty of ice on it right now to hopefully keep the inflammation down. While not severe, this is still a serious diagnosis that usually keeps guys off the court for a short period. Back to you.
Well, we appreciate it, Allie. Hoping to see him back on the court soon, guys.
They really hope to have him back, but it's so crucial that he's healthy when he returns.
Vucevic's shot is off. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. It's Brown on the wing. And again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Here's DeRozan. Knocks down the 18-footer. DeRozan's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, I don't think the scoring ability of DeRozan has ever been in question, right? This guy can manufacture points. He's a matchup that anyone in the NBA finds hard to deal with.
Chicago leading. They double team Levine. And here's Caruso outside. He drops it from range.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. From 15 feet away, and that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Now here's Levine. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Ball passes to Levine. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 9 assists now tonight.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
To halt the run. Here's Horford. Basket counts. Horford's gotten his first bucket of the night.
That's what we call attacking the glass with aggression and power. Al Horford, the second chance opportunity.
Ball passes to DeRozan. Picked by Vucevic. DeRozan with the ball. Now Horford defending. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
I think that's going to stick with them for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
And so here is Chicago. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. You know, a versatile bench really is a gift for the Celtics in tough situations.
And even a great starting five isn't perfect against every opponent. It's important to have flexibility, and that's something that Boston definitely has. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The Celtics making a switch here. Cornette's checked in.
Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
Now here's Holiday. There's Tatum with the three. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 7 tonight.
Well, the confidence of Jason Tatum is evident always. As soon as the ball touches his hands, he is shot ready and lets it go.
It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that to end, Grant.
But the reality is, for most franchises, it does end for long periods of time. I hope the fans do appreciate this current Bulls team. There's something to be proud of.
That's good from Holiday.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Holiday hits them both. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter here. Tatum against DeRozan.
Boston foul. Jason Tatum. First personal foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I think you know what you're going to get from DeMar DeRozan at the free throw line. Year in and year out, this guy's going to be about 80-85%.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And a different kind of score. DeRozan attempted 741 mid-range jumpers last year, almost 300 more than anyone else.
Brown can't hit. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. White, the pass to Vucevic. Tatum with the block.
Probably the most underrated aspect of Jason Tatum's game is
Good! Another from 3.
Splashes home another 3, and he moves into second place with that make.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going in. He just keeps raining down the 3.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Grant DeRozan, high volume from the mid-range and extremely accurate.
You know, B.A., he consistently makes about half those shots. And defensively, you know that's his favorite area. But his ball handling and vertical negate anything you throw at him.
Caruso, the pass to Levine. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Bulls.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for DeMar DeRozan.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
And it's good for 2. And the Bulls lead by 15.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Here's Cornette. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Now here's White. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And as we leave, we give you our New Balance Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.